Right, folks, I want to know, what is it that gives you peace in your life? Something I ask people when they come onto my podcast quite frequently. If you don't want to come on the podcast, I'm not too worried about that if you don't want to. But what I'd like you to do is please subscribe to this channel and put in the notes what brings you peace. I'm going to try to make a compilation of all those notes and build something out of it right to the end. One of the things I get peace from, as many of you know, is mindfulness. And we can be mindful by reading a book or sometimes watching a movie. So the other question I'm going to ask you is, what makes a movie really worth watching? What is it about it? And I come to the conclusion sometimes there's a subliminal message in a film that we watch. So I've got 2 or 3 that I've had messages from in the past that I've realised that they're really important. The first of those is The Lord of the Rings, and there's a part in the first movie where Gandalf tries to get into the mines of Moria, and there's a riddle to get through. And it says, "Speak, friend, and enter." And Gandalf, the wise wizard, is trying all kinds of tricks and spells to try and open the door. And he just takes Frodo to say, "It says, speak, friend." What is Elvish for friend? And that opens the door. So the answer sometimes to things that we're looking for are far more simple than we actually realise in reality. The second of these movies that come to mind is The Green Mile. And this thought came to my mind at a recent podcast I appeared on. And that was thinking about John Coffey, is when he actually takes away the pain from other people, trying to help people, how sometimes a lot of energy, our physical and our emotional and spiritual energy, gets stolen from us. In fact, what we do sometimes is we take on those burdens and those pains of other people. So the John Coffey is when he sucks up all that emotion, all that pain from other people, and he's then exhausted and lets it go, and he just says, "I'm a little tired, boss. I want to lie down." So that was the second one of those movies. Now the third movie I'm thinking of is Apocalypto. And this one's quite a challenging one. There's a part in that movie where there are a bunch of people that are yoked together walking around a mountainside. And as they go around, one of them slips off the edge and the others are trying to hold him there. The guards sort of say, "Oh, what, let's just cut him free." And they say, "No, let's watch and see what happens." And as that part goes through, the guy on the end, well, watch the movie and you might actually get what I'm talking about. And then there's lots of other movies that will come in later podcast from me. Bye. If you enjoyed this podcast, please follow, like, and share. Thank you very much. Martin, Peace Unplugged.